In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a regular rivet. I have first drilled 3 holes because I intend to make 3 rivets in this piece of metal. So make sure that you drill all the holes that you will need for the rivets you intend to make. Do not drill some later because then you will have the burrs on the inside separating the metal. So I drilled the holes and then I opened up the metal and filed down those burrs. Now I am retaping the metal so that I can start on my first rivet. So get the holes lined up, and then the wire you will use is 14 gauge wire for this particular rivet. And it should be a really snug fit. So it won't slide in easily at first. If it does, then it actually makes it more difficult. So you want it to be really snug. What you will probably have to do is file the end of your wire down with your file, and also use a circular needle file to widen out the hole just slightly. And then you should be able to twist your wire in there, getting a nice snug fit. You want the wire to stick out about 1 millimeter on either side. So get the wire to that millimeter length and then snip it so that the other side also sticks out just 1 millimeter. It will be slightly longer than that because the end of the wires are pointed since you snipped them with the wire cutters. So now that little pointed edge on both sides needs to be filed down so that the wire coming out of the hole is flat. If it is not flat, then your rivet will not end up looking really good, which of course we want. This is a riveting hammer. I will use this for a basic rivet. I will also use a ball peen hammer. And I recommend this technique, although different people do it different ways. But the riveting hammer will help you flatten out the hole, and you do that crisscross motion with that. And then the ball peen hammer, you go around the edges, and that will help you dome the rivet so it creates a nice rounded nail head type looking rivet. So here I am with the riveting hammer, flattening out one side of the wire rivet, and you just tap a few times and then flip your metal over. You don't want to do one side and then the other completely, because that will push the wire through the hole too much. So tap, tap, tap a few times, then flip it, then tap, tap, tap a few times, and then flip it. I have sped up the video here so you don't have to watch in real time, but it does show you how much work it takes to make a good looking rivet. So a lot of tap, tap, tapping, and the riveting hammer is spreading the metal out to flatten it so that it will secure the metal together. And now I'm going to use the ball peen hammer to go around in a circular motion on the ends, and that creates that nice domed end of the rivet. So it looks like a nail head kind of domed there. And your goal for this is that both ends of the rivet look the same. You want them to be the same size. So you started with the same amount of wire on either side and domed the same way. So that is a nice visual effect for that cold connection.